Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a really, really cold day, but let's look at this from the bright side. If you have the opportunity to be home, that's a blessing. So, and those who are working, we are with you with heart. So thank you for being here. I think this is a great moment for learning and to start this beautiful conversation. So, my name is Erika Gonzalez. I'm the executive director at 36 Square Business Incubator. We are a nonprofit organization in the economic development field, and we are here supported and sponsored by BICP. So thanks to them, we're able to give you these free resources to you at no cost to you. So any questions, anything that you have that you want us to know, please put it in the chat. Or you feel that I have a question that I cannot wait, please put it in the chat and let us know, and I'll be happy to read it. Okay, so let me share my screen. So let's uh, learn more about this program. So from vision to action, building your winning business plan. You know, when you when you have an idea, when you want to start a business, there is two type of business owners. Those who are born naturally, and they're really good and doing, business. They can sell things really easy. They can structure a business super fast. But there are other people that can learn those skills. It's like any other field, any other job. That there are people who can get it like easy, but there are others who need to learn, right? So the same thing happened with businesses. So having a business plan is going to help you to structure everything, regardless if you have the expertise in business or you just want to start a business. So today you are going to be learning like in what position you are, and in what step of the business you are, and what are the elements that you need in order to have like a good structure that is not only in your mind, something that you will be able to structure to be able to talk about, to be able to share to investors or to partners, possible partners, or even for yourself, because this is going to help you have a great structure that is going to help you have a really good business. Okay. So once again, I'm happy to be here. So let me tell you a little bit about 36 Square Business Incubator. Our mission is to be to empower entrepreneurs of all abilities to start and grow their business. Our goal is to boost economic growth, foster innovation, and offer high quality resources and information to all, regardless of ethnicity, gender, background, or abilities. Our lemma is supporting entrepreneurs of all abilities. Please meet our team. We are the faces of the organization. Of course, we have more more team members in our organization. But let me introduce you to Andrew. Forgetting my picture. He's sorry for that. He's the founder and director. And we have Naomi Rojas. She's an amazing business advisor. Even though she's young, oh my God, you will know her experience once you start talking to her. She has experience in bookkeeping. She has experience in social media and business advising. So she's young, but a lot of expertise in that. So we are the ones who are here to support you, to give you all the business advising that you need, consultations, everything that you need for your business. We are here for you. Now, let me tell you what do we do at 36 Square. So we offer free one-on-one business advising. Once again, thanks to the support of BICP, the Cook County, and the state of Illinois and CIBC, we're able to provide you these resources at no cost for you. And this is something that sometimes we take for granted, but don't do that. Please take advantage of this. It's not only 36 Squares. We have a lot of partner organizations like Chamber of Commerce, economic development organizations that are here also to support you and offer you these resources too. So if you have a local chamber of commerce close to your business, reach out to them. Make sure you connect with them because they have a lot of resources that you need for your business. And also there are a lot of programs that are available for you so you can have your business with a lot of support. Like for example, special service areas. They might give you um, uh, some support, like for example, for owning security cameras. So if you are in a special service area, make sure that you reach out to them, that you connect with them. And also you can find this information at the BACP website about special service areas. Or you need support, just call me. So we offer free one-on-one business advising. We are constantly outreaching to entrepreneurs of all abilities. It means all abilities includes everyone, including those individuals with disabilities. Individuals with disabilities have, if we who don't have major disabilities, we have challenges. Imagine those with disabilities. So we're constantly reaching out to them to see if there is something that we can do to help them with their business so they can have economic independence. So we're constantly, so when you see something from 36 Square Business Incubator, please make sure you read it. Connect with us in our social media so you know about the grants opportunities that are available, workshops, activities that are happening in our organization. And we share information about City of Chicago, Cook County, and state level. So we have, because we're at 36 for Business Incubator, we also have share space. We offer free business focused training and workshops. Once again, like this one, right? Something that makes us a little different from other partner organizations is that we have a special program for entrepreneurs with disabilities. And this is called the Annual Boost Awards. And this is specifically for individuals with disabilities, but last year we opened up a little more to the caregivers of someone with disabilities. We understand that when we have a family member or a loved one that we care for has a disability, it's difficult to keep up a job because medical appointments, emergencies, etc. So we opened this beautiful program that started with one of our entrepreneurs, Laura Martinez, who was a chef, who is a chef now. She is a chef, and she wanted to start a business. She wanted to start a restaurant. But imagine, she's a blind uh, individual, and she wanted to start her business, so it was difficult for her to get support. So under our founder, he said, I want to do something for them. So he started this beautiful program, which is the PUS Award, which is a seed of funding for entrepreneurs with disabilities, and is being selected by a group of advisors, and they get a seed of funding to start or grow their business. So it's a beautiful program. So stay tuned so you can learn about how you can register to this program. It's once every year. Also, another beautiful program that we have, or a beautiful event that we have, is our annual Women Business Networking event. This is a beautiful event where we all women get together and share, what's going on in their business. They share ideas. There is a lot of synergies that are happening during this event. So please stay connected so you can join us in this Women Business Networking event. As I mentioned earlier, we're part of the City of Chicago Neighborhood Business Development Center, BICP. And once again, thanks to their funding, we have resources, and we are like an extension from the City of Chicago for all the resources that you need. For example, you need support with your business license. We can help you with that. And you are not sure if you want to start your business and you are looking for zoning to see if there's a business that you can put in that specific address. We can help you with that. Business plan, ideas, etc. Anything related to your business, we can help you. Once again, the best of all is that it is a no cost for you. So make sure you reach out to us. We are part of the Illinois Small Business Development Center. So as you can see, we have a lot of resources from the state level, Cook County level, and the City of Chicago. We are part of the Cook County Source PSO. So we are, once again, also receiving resources and support from Cook County so we can support you. We can advocate for you and anything related to your business. So we have also, we're not a lender, but we can connect you to the lenders that are specialized in lending for business, small business. Because if you go to some banks, they will say, oh yeah, you fill out your application, but at the end they reject you. And it's because, some banks are specialized in bigger loans, but we have connections with the small lender, not small lenders, with lenders that can fund your business in many ways. So once again, reach out to us. And another thing is that we can also help you to get access to capital for commercial property acquisition. So for example, you say, well, I want to move from leasing my business and I want to own my own business. We can help you. We can go through the land bank. We can go through commercial realtors that can help you with that. We also connect you with commercial lenders that they can help you with that process. Once again, just connect with us. See, I told you, we have a lot of resources for you. Um, I would like to learn a little bit about you, right? Like, what is the audience? Please let me know in the chat, what kind of business do you have, or what kind of business would you like to start? So that way, when I start giving you more explanations, maybe I can give you some examples or some ideas. So you can share like what product or service would you like to sell, or you are selling already, and what experience do you have? And you will see in a minute why these three questions are important. Because when you have a business, there are on many occasions, many business owners start their business because they have a passion about their business, right? They say, for example, somebody is selling cupcakes and they start selling these cupcakes, say, oh, I know how to make these cupcakes. They're delicious. They are different. But do you have experience selling it? Because it has to do with the business. A business is like a prism. You have different faces that sometimes is difficult to see, right? Because you say, I know how to make cupcakes, I want to sell cupcakes, and that's it. But there is a lot around it, right? Permits, location. Are you working this from a certified kitchen? Are you doing from a certified location? That's important. So many things that are around the business, and I want to help you with that. I want to help you avoid challenges. And I'm going to share a little quick story. My parents started a restaurant like a long time ago, like 25 years ago. They sold the restaurant, they already retired. And when they started the restaurant, my dad was having a lot of difficulties because he was learning English, so he didn't have a good English. So it was difficult for him to understand how was the process of starting a business here in Chicago, because my family is from Mexico, and in our home country, sometimes they can literally open the doors of their business, I mean, of their homes, and start selling. So there is no like you have to pass this inspection, you have to do this because that's the way it is, right? So when he came here to United States and started doing his business, he's like, oh my God, there's a lot of things I have to learn how to do it. So that's why, and he didn't know that there were a lot of services and resources available. And I'm telling you, like more than 25 years ago. So now the resources are even greater right now. So that's why I encourage you to connect with the organizations that are close to you, or once again, reach out to us and we are here to help you. So let me just read quickly what are I am in the process starting a non-emergent medical transportation business. Wow, that's good. With a plan to expand to other services such as assistance with grocery shopping and house cleaning. This is a great business. You know, I think the important of starting a business is understanding what are the needs, because that will help you to start a new to start filling the needs for the community or for the clients that you're looking for. Well, let me see another one. I have a business where I teach IT basics to seniors. Good. I have a master's degree in instructional technology. Awesome. And I work as a network engineer for Chicago Police for 15 years. Now retired. Could sell my in-person classes to those that need them. Nice. That's another business, right? Selling classes. Business development coaching and mentoring. Great. Shout out to the notaries in the call. Awesome. Tech services. Good. 101 tech support and small business tech services. Okay. Awesome. Barber's license. Good. I am a TV and luxury makeup artist. Oh my God, that's great. See, all the variety of business that we have in this call itself. Oh my God, I love to hear that. Start an e-commerce business, good. You wanna start? Okay, we can help you with that. Interior decorating and apparel brand, nice. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing. Notary public, sports, great, awesome. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Now we can have more examples, right? For you. Sorry, I get excited. I'm moving this cursor. Okay, so to start your business in Chicago, what are the things that you need, right? I think it's important to define the businesses. Now with the businesses that we were seeing, it's important to define the business that you want to start. And why is important? Because once you know, it's like when you put a target, right? Like when you are, uh, throwing darts, it's important that you have a target where you can aim because otherwise you will be throwing everywhere. So the same thing with a business. It's important that you understand what kind of business you want to sell. For example, you want to say, well, I want a restaurant, but I love baking and I love making pizza, but I love to make tacos, but also I can make Italian pasta. And so you have so many things in the menu, right? So when you have so many things, it means that you have to multiply and doing every single thing. Because when you have a business, you have to make sure that you are able to supply everything that you offer. What I mean is, when you have so many ideas together, is extra work. But if you define one example, for example, you say, well, I know how to make pizzas, I know how to make Italian pastas, I know how to make all of tacos, and I know how to make this, I have all the ingredients, I can make all of this, right? Yes, you can. But as starting a business, it's important that you go start with one thing to make sure that this business or this idea is what you really want to aim to, and then expanding little by little. And that is going to help you because you focus in one thing. You are not going to be bringing more extra work, right? So it's important that you define your business. For example, you are a technical support. Okay, are you technical support in video cameras? Are you technical support in computers? Are you technical support in maybe something more that people don't understand, like security in the software, things like that. So that's why it's important that you define because that is going to help you expand. But it's important that you start in one point, right? So that's why it's important to define your business. Learn about all the resources available, like what I mentioned to you, right? Local organizations, the city of Chicago, the business area, business development centers like us. So that way you can have a lot of resources, like, for example, one-on-one coaching, advising, classes. Always learn, always going to the classes. The city of Chicago is offering amazing classes that can help you to have a better understanding in accounting, bookkeeping, anything related with lawyers, and those are free. And then you will have like a face, you have a connection that you can start, having a conversation. Because sometimes if you start looking at Google, you're like, I'm not sure if this will be the right person or the right business organization that I can reach out to. So once again, stay connected. The good thing is that the BACP offers you a certification that is going to help you also to get access to capital because when they know that you are as a business owner, you are prepared in many areas. They say, "Oh, this is a good business that I want to invest on." So that's why it's important to keep learning. Okay, so learn about all the resources available. Write your business plan. As I mentioned at the beginning, many business owners they can start their business without a business plan. That's true. But when you have a business plan, it's like you have the blueprint of your house. It's the same thing with a business plan. It's a blueprint where you can make adjustments. You have everything in writing, and you can say, "Well, this was my initial idea." You can go back to it and make adjustments because that is something that you want to sell your business. That business plan is going to help you sell the business because if somebody wants to buy your business, they will say, okay, give me the structure of your business. Once again, it's like buying a house. They will want to see what is your business plan? What do you have in mind? How do you work? How do you make this business grow? And you will be able to sell it for a good amount of money. Also, you want to get access to capital. Having a business plan will help you because the lenders will be able to understand better your business. Okay. So that's why we encourage you. Once again, it's not necessary that you make one, but we encourage you to write one because that is going to help you to also oversee things that you take for granted. And I'm going to talk about this in a minute. So get funding for your business. Define your business structure. And what I mean by business structure is what kind of business do you want to have? A solopreneur, a corporation, an LLC, etc. After you get your structure, obtain your IN number, which is the kind of the social security number for your business, or the tax ID for your business, IN number. And we can help you with that. We can help you with establish your business with the structure, obviously, with the advice. You have to take an advice from your accountant or your lawyer because they have the experts in the business that you want to start. So they can tell you, I suggest you to do an LLC because for tax purposes, you can do this and this. Or I suggest you to do a corporation or a small corporation because you can do this and this. We can help you start your business, uh, get register your business with the state of Illinois at no charge. But we always push you to get advice from the experts based on your business, okay? We can help you also obtain your IN number. Once again, this we do it at no cost. But however, when you buy your business, is something that you pay to the state of Illinois. Or we can guide you so you can do it yourself too. So whatever you prefer is good for us. Um, and then after you have your structure, you have your IN number, it's important that you open a business checking account. With a business checking account, only the business funding or money will be managed in that checking account. And that's important because you separate what is the personal from the business. It's important that you obtain a business license. Of course, everything depends on what kind of business do you have. So we can help you reach out to the city of Chicago and find out if you need a license or what kind of license do you need. Okay, because it's depending on what kind of business you are starting, the type of license that you will need. And then you can start your business. That's easy, right? You will say, oh, yeah, it's only a few steps. But once you start working on it, you will see that it requires certain time and certain dedication. And once again, connect with your local organizations. You can do this at any point. Even if you want to start your business and start with the definition, you can start with that. Okay, what is a business plan? As I mentioned earlier, a business plan is a written document that explains in detail where your business is, where it's going, and how it will get there. Once again, a roadmap, a blueprint of your business, your idea. It's essentially the roadmap. And it's going to show goals, it's going to show funding, it's going to show what is your mission in the business and everything related to your business. So it's like you can keep your secrets there. Not necessarily the secrets, but your ideas in there. So this is how it works, right? A business plan. You start with your business idea. And a business plan is going to help you. Once you start putting everything in writing, let me tell you, I'm a visual learner. I don't like to write much. But when I see things in writing with drawings or with even words or diagrams, that helps me learn. That helps me remember. So that's why it's important to have a written document. Sometimes we relate in our memory. And when you're a business owner and you have family, you have business, you have so many things in your mind that is important that you have it in writing because you can go back at any time and remember what you put in your ideas. So that's why we encourage you to have a business plan. Okay. So a business idea. When you start writing your business plan, you can start thinking, will it work or is not going to work? And if it works, how much do I need? Because the goal is that you have a business that is going to give you the revenue that you're looking for, is going to help you with the economic independence that you want to have. Is going to help you to not overspend money because sometimes we are overspending money if we don't have a good structure in our business idea. Okay, so that's why it's important to have a business plan. Now, what are the key points about the business plan? Once again, it's important to define the business. And this area explains what are you selling? What kind of services do you have? Like, for example, you're a house cleaner or you are a commercial cleaner. What kind of services do you offer? Are you doing like interior cleaning? Are you doing appliances cleaning? Are you doing degrees in the equipment? Are you doing the hoods? So it's important that you start defining because once again, you have a lot of questions, right? So start making a definition about your business. What do you sell? What do you offer? What customer? Who are your customers? For example, if I'm telling you, you are a commercial cleaner. It's not the same cleaning that you will do in a restaurant that you will do in a hotel or you will do in an office, right? So it's important that you define what kind of clients are you looking for, what kind of business you are offering, So that way you can target the clients that you're looking for. Does it make sense? So that's why it's important that you make that definition. If you are a technical, you are an IT, right? And you are offer technical support in what areas? Telephone, computers, internet, etc. And once again, it might be, you might say, well, Erica, I do all of that. Okay, that's good that you do all of that. But who will be your primary target client that you're looking for? So I once again remember what I told you. It's important that you start with one point and then expanding, because that is going to help you to start good and strong in your business. And then little by little, you are going to be expanding in your services and programs that you are offering. So that's why it's important that you define your business. What is your main thing, and then go from there. Let me going back to the example when my parents started a business. When my dad wanted to start a business, he wanted to sell Jello, and the purpose of him having a like gelatin Jello. And when he started doing that, he had in mind, oh, I know how to make Jello. I'm gonna be selling Jello. And what happened is that when he went to City Hall, they say, okay, because you are going to be selling, and his idea was to start selling Jello to business, so it will be a business to business idea, right? Business to business business. So that was his idea in mind. But what happened? They in City Hall told him, okay, you need to have a location that has the adequate sinks, water, plumbing, um, size, etc., in order for you to start selling your Jello. And you can do like that, like Jello manufacturing kind of idea it was. But they told him also, but also because you will have all the structure like if it was a restaurant, you will be able to sell it to the public. And my dad was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So he started preparing the location because it was a plain location. He didn't have even the plumbing, so he had to sell everything there. But once he had it ready, people start asking him, hey, do you have fruit? Or do you have something to drink? Or do you have something to eat? And then little by little, he started extending the business. He started selling jello, and then he started selling tamales, and then he started selling tortas, and then he started selling tacos, and then he started selling the fruit salad. So he was expanding his business thanks to the customers. But he started with what goal in mind, and that helped him start opening to other services that he was able to offer. So this might happen to you. With your own clients, you will start seeing like what are the areas that you will be able to offer. Once again, my dad's idea was to sell business to business, but now at the end, he starts selling business to customers. So once again, you never know where the destiny is going to take you. So it's important that you set out your goals. What will be the mission of your business? What do you want to accomplish there? What is the vision? Like you are selling, for example, you are doing eyelashes. What is your goal? What is your vision? Do you want to put eyelashes every woman in Chicago, for example? Or your vision is to improve the appearance of the women in Chicago? Everything has to do with the narrative that you have in your goals and in your mission and in your vision. Because if your goal is to just put eyelashes in every woman in Chicago, it will be like, okay, I want all the clients to have eyelashes. But if I say I want to make the woman to feel uh, secure and pretty by having these eyelashes, it will give you the opportunity to open up of the areas that you can offer in the business, right? Not only eyelashes, maybe she can do makeup, maybe she can do nails, maybe she can do something else, hair, etc. So that's why it's important that you start setting up your goals, your mission, and your vision. And it's important that you measurable goals and objectives, because that is going to help you keep like milestones, right? Like, okay, my goal is to have for example, 10 clients so I can cover these expenses. Okay, you have 10 clients. Now what is next? Oh, now I'm going to go to 20 clients. Now I'm going to expand my services so I can make this amount of money, etc. So you are pushing yourself by setting out those goals. So that's why it's important that you set it up in your business plan. Okay, including financials, provide projections for revenue. Once again, what is your goal in your business? Obviously, we want to make a lot of money in our businesses, but we have to be realistic about the clients that we have, the businesses that we are offering, the services that we're offering, so that way you can start pushing yourself little by little, right? Uh, attract support. So when you start creating your projections for your revenue, your expenses, your profits, and start thinking about that, that will help you to secure loans, to attract investors. Maybe you can have partners in your business. Obviously, everything depends on you, right? You are the owner, so you can make the decision any way you want. You can do whatever you want in your business. But by having these goals, it makes you think, do I need a partner? For example, you're in the construction area. You might think, well, I know the skills about how to build a house, but I need an investor that can give me money. So, or some an architect, for example, that they can help me with the design, and maybe I can bring him along to be my partner in these things that I do of building houses. Okay. Uh, Living documents. Your business plan is a living document, right? So keep updating it. Any ideas? Go back and write it down, update it, or just scratch whatever you feel didn't work. Just scratch it. You don't have to delete it. Say, okay, this didn't work, but I'm trying these new things. Once again, is your legacy, your business plan for your business. Once again, what are you doing this business plan for? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it to attract investors? Investors? Are you trying to do this for to bring more access to capital, etc.? Who is going to read it, right? So that's why it's important to put the information that you need for the reader. Okay, if you are the only one looking at this, that's great. But you have the idea or having this for somebody else to read it, go for it. Okay, this is an image. I will be happy to send you your business plan template so you can start working on it. So it has the questions and you can just fill it in. And this is prepared by the SBA. Okay, so you have a good reputation SBA template. Okay, what it has in the business plan, it has executive summary. So it's important that you decide and summarize what is your business, what do you do, what problem you're planning to solve, what is your basic strategy, and what are the highlights. Once again, even though this is a first document, many people read it and they can say, oh, this is like a good idea or bad idea. So it's important that you put your strong elements in the executive summary. Uh, Make sure that you read it, knows what is your company, that anybody who reads it, they're able to define your business. I know sometimes it's difficult. So nowadays, you are able to use AI platforms that can help to write a business plan. And that's fine. That's fine because I love technology. I love technology because it helps me save a lot of time. But let me tell you this, remember, they can give you a lot of information, but make sure you read it. Make sure you put the input that you're looking for. Make sure you put the information that really relates to your business because ChatGPT is not going to guess your business, right? ChatGPT doesn't know whether you have in your heart and in your mind. So it's important that you put your ideas together. And yes, you can use ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever platform that you want to use to help you just clarify or check for grammar, check for consistency, etc. So once again, I encourage you to write it down yourself and then put it into the technology to review it for you. So that way they can structure in a better way for the reader. Okay. Thank you, Joe, for the information that you're putting in the chat. Uh, okay. Company description. What is your business? Once again, it's very important that you put clearly in your business plan what is your business, what kind of product or services that you offer. Remember, uh, sometimes we are so passionate about the business that we want to start, and we talk about our own language. I say that businesses have their own languages because if you start talking with somebody in technology, they may say, "Oh, the PC has the REM and it has all of these," and if they're talking to me, it's like, "What?" I don't know what it means. Just make sure that my computer is working, right? This is what I want to know. So when you are explaining your business, make sure that you explain it in nice and simple words. You don't have to complicate it too much. You can say, you can put in parentheses, for example, what it means, or the acronyms that you use in your field, especially those who have a big degrees that are very technical. So try to be as clear, like you're speaking with somebody, like you're teaching this to your mom, or you're teaching this to a kid. And when you do that, you try to use the same information but with easier words. And I encourage you to do that because the goal is that anybody who reads it, doesn't matter the education level, because once again, it's not you start talking with a lender or a banker, they can start talking about the different language that they have, right, within that industry. But if you start talking with somebody that doesn't know anything about money or economy or things like that, and you use simple words, that person is going to understand you. So always try to use these words that are simple and easy to understand. Use nice and short sentences. So that is going to help you a lot for the reader. So talk about your mission and vision. Once again, uh, put why you want to do it. Remember, it's not about you. It's about the products and services that you offer for everybody else. So you want to know, uh, the people want to know what are the things, what makes you learning about what makes you passionate about the product or service that you offer. That helps the reader to understand why you are doing this business, and that's very important. Remember that I told you it's important that you define a legal structure for your business. What is the location? If you have the history, for example, you want to sell like a specific sauce or a specific product for people to know, you can say, well, this is my history. This I love cooking because in my family, I've been cooking with my grandma, and that stood to me, and it's something that I learned from her, etc., etc. That's part of the or your business history, and that's part of sharing why it's important to you the product or service that you are offering, right? Share why you are passionate about what you do. Uh, the objectives and goals. Use your company description to provide detailed information about your company. Go in detail about the problems your business is solving, right? Like you are offering, like for the business that we read earlier, right? Like she wants to offer transportation for those individuals with disabilities, and do grocery shopping and do all of that. So just think about this business want to give solution for those individuals who are having difficulties doing all of that, right? Like even to reserve, like they cannot just call any over, hey, pick me up, because if they have a specific wheelchair and they need a specific space, or if they need like a specific auto that they can move them without probably hurting their back or their body. So this business owner, I'm sorry I say she, but I didn't read the name. This person, for example, can start solving these problems. But if she define or this person defines it in the business plan, will be able to share more details, and people is going to be more interested about learning what is this business. And once again, remember what I told you earlier. It's important that you define, like this business wants to say transportation, grocery shopping, probably medication. So if you start with one area, right? Transportation. Okay. Once you masterize and you have it in the control, okay, this person can move. So okay, I do grocery shopping for those individuals. Okay, that can be an extension, right? Now you will be able to hire somebody that you can teach how to do this job for these individuals, because once you masterize one area, it's easier for you to open up more areas in the business. Okay. uh, it's important for in your business plan, who is going to be managing what, right? Who is doing what in the business? Uh, Tell your reader what is the structure in your company, who is in leadership, um, what kind of structure in the business do you have, who is managing what, like who is doing the administrative work, Is you're going to be are you going to be a corporation? Are you going to be a small corporation? Are you going to be an LLC? Are you going to be a sole proprietor, etc.? Market research. Sometimes things that we forgot is like, for example, you want to say, oh, I know how to make tacos. I want to open a restaurant or I want to sell tacos. And you go to 26th Street in Chicago, you will see there is a lot of taquerias, a lot of restaurants with that sell tacos. And if you want to put it there, you will be competing with so many taquerias. But if you go to a location where they don't have many restaurants or they don't sell tacos, where do you think you will have more success? An area that is saturated with a lot of restaurants that sell tacos, or a new area where they don't have much access to these taquerias or these tacos, right? That's something that we always have to think about it. Where I be selling more? Like, is you wanna sell like a pop in like a cold drink? Where do you sell it better? In a cold weather or in a hot desert area, right? It's where you wanna sell it where they need it the most or they have more desire for it. So that's why it's important that when you find the location and look for your clients, think who will be your clients, what will be your best market area for your business, right? Like, for example, you want to be a developer. What will be the best area for you to start? Like, it's going to be more cost efficient for you. That is going to be more likely that people is going to be leasing your apartments or leasing your areas that you have, or buying your properties in an area that is going to be in a potential growth, one area that is already established, saturated, etc. Obviously, you have clients for all the markets, right? But you always have to aim for locations where there is not many of the products or services that you offer, because that way will open up the opportunity for you to have more customers. So always think about that. What are the trends? What are the industry trends that are happening? Um, what is the competitive landscape? Direct or indirect competitors? What makes you different from others? Like, just another example is like when you see a Starbucks and you want to open a coffee shop, right? And there is a Starbucks in 1 block or 2 blocks away, and you open a coffee shop. Obviously, the difference between the Starbucks and you is that you want to give your heart. You will have direct connection with the clients because you will be there. You might bring cultural and art into the community because you will be opening a coffee shop for the community, not a commercial industry like Starbucks, where they just open free Wi-Fi for the customers and a space for people to sit down and work, right? But you offer more than that. That will make you different for that. You might sell exactly the same drinks that you want, but that makes you different, that you are more connection with the community compared to a more commercial business, okay? Uh, what will be the barriers? It's always to think about it. Like, for example, remember that I mentioned, like, it's important that you know if you are in the zone area or for your business that you want to start. Before you lease, this is important. Please pay attention to this. Before you make a contract with the lease or before you buy it, you want to buy the property for the specific business, please check with us or go to the city of Chicago to check that the business is in the proper zone for your business. I don't want you to invest money in a location that at the end the city might say, "Oh, sorry, you cannot open the business." Remember this. If the city of Chicago say this is not zone for this specific business, they have the reasons and they can explain you why you cannot open the business in that specific location. For example, if you say, well, I want to open a beauty salon in this block, but maybe within the next block, there is another beauty salon. They say, we're doing this to protect the current business and use a new business that you don't want another beauty salon next to you because that will reduce the number of clients that you might have. So that's why the city of Chicago has these specific zone areas because they want to make sure that they give diversity within certain distance between one another business, and because they want to protect you as a consumer, but also protect you as a business owner. So that's why it's important that you take a look at that, okay? So make sure that before you buy, before you lease, check with the business, the city of Chicago, check with us, to see if the business is available for you in the area. Okay. What are the products or services that you offer? What is the demand of the services or products that you're offering? What is the market size? How many people will be interested in your products or services? What are the economic indicators? That's important. Economic indicators are important because you want to sell a product that is very expensive and in the area, socioeconomic area, is hard for them to afford it. It's going to be difficult for you to be successful. Why? Because the individuals that are living in the community, their priorities are different. So pay attention to that. And you might say, well, it's because they need this product or they need these services. Yes. But how can maybe if you want to be in the location and you want to be in that area, you want because in your heart you feel that this is something that they need, how can you make it affordable? I think it's something that you can consider, right? Once again, and I'm just giving an example. If you are going to a specific area that is a low socioeconomic area, but you have a product or service that you know in your heart that they need it, and that they will be very, they will get a lot of benefit by buying your product or services. Make sure that you share and they know they can make, how they can have access to this in a more affordable way. Once again, it's just an idea and just an example. Um, so that's why it's important that you know where you want to establish your business, right? Location, location, location. The realtors always will tell you location is the main thing, and the same thing for business. Where do you want to establish your business? What is the foot traffic if you are selling, for example, food? What is the is many people working from home if you're an IT expert and you are offering security services? What kind of commercial area is the one that you want to offer these security services? So it's always important to see what is around, so to see how important it is your business in that area, that location. Market saturation, what I told you about the tacos, right? How many similar options are already available for the consumers in that area, in the area where you want to establish your business? So it's important. I know there are locations where they have one next to another and the same selling the same things, but it's the same. You're competing with for the same clients. So that's why it's important that try to avoid that. You have the opportunity to go to a location that has more opportunities. And pricing, what I mentioned, it's important that you understand what's going on in the neighborhood, who is able to afford your products or services that you are offering, etc. Or what are the alternatives that you have. Products and services, what exactly you are offering, what are the benefits, pricing strategy, development stage, you are still developing, intellectual property, etc. So it's important that innovation is a key in businesses, because you might be selling tacos, and it's something that has been there for a long time. But if you sell a taco that has something different, for example, you sell a taco that the tortilla has a seal, and it has good morning, for example, a smiley face, and you just put it like that. You can buy it like a seal, and I'm giving you a free business idea. You can buy like something in the metal that can put a seal in a tortilla, and because you are doing that in a taco, people will be willing to go and buy you taco because it has a smiley face. And with that, that will make you different from the other tacos, the other restaurants, because you are putting that. Just think about it when they make like coffees with faces or with a good morning and things like that. People like that. People like to feel treated special and different. But if you do that in your business, that is going to help you also attract more customers. I want you to pay attention to this. After COVID, we changed the way we buy. We changed the way we consume products. We changed the way we shop. We changed many things changed with COVID, right? It was a big lesson. And I want you to pay attention. Just remember before 2019 how we used to buy. We used to go to the malls. We used to go to the local shops in person, and everybody was on the streets. After COVID-19, now people use their cell phone to buy, use their cell phone to check reviews. They use their cell phone to see, because nowadays the influencers, the videos, the expertise, that is what's selling right now. You show that you are selling your products and the benefits that you're doing. Now people want to be told about it. So that's why being connected in Instagram, being connected in social media is so important. The good thing is that it's free, right? The challenge is that you have to learn how to do that. And that's a challenge because for me, it's not easy to make a video. But for my little niece, it's super easy. They can do like in a 3 second. For me, it's like forget it. For me to learn is complicated. So that's why it's important that you make things different. Is innovation is the key. Okay, going back to the business plan, operational logistics, operational plan, how you are going to be running your day-to-day business, right? The equipment, orders, technical, technicians, etc. What is the supply chain? Who are the vendors? Who are your manufacturers? Who is the staffing that you have? What are the roles? Who is doing what in your business? Marketing and sales. It's important what I told you about. Marketing is so important for you to start selling. You have to start showing what is the things that are happening with social media, as I mentioned earlier. Like, once again, just think about you as a customer. What are the things that you're looking when you're looking at your phone? Nowadays, we're looking for a website. So it's important that businesses have a website because I don't know why. If they don't have a business, a website, it's like, no, I don't trust this business because they don't have a website, which is a wrong assumption because they might be really good at the things that they have, but maybe they just don't have the time or capacity to do or to have their website. And nowadays, you can create your website yourself. And there is also a lot of training classes that they can help you to create your own website, so you don't have to hire somebody to help you. It's just a matter of you having the time and dedication to create your own website. Okay, but also here at 36 where we can give you some guidance on how to start your website. So let us know. Okay, position and branding. There is no single way to approach marketing strategy. Always use look at other similar business to the business that you have to see what they're doing. And it's good. It's not necessary saying copy whatever they are doing, but get ideas, right? What can you do that you can do it better than them, right? So you can have a better business selling and marketing things. Any questions so far? Let me make a quick break. Any questions? Where do you recommend going to source market research data for Chicago? Partner organizations and us, we can help you with that, the market research. We can give you like what kind of business you have and what is in the market. We can help you with that. Yes. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm glad that you like the information. Okay. Once again, we can connect and have one-on-one conversation about your business because obviously every business is different, every idea is different and unique. And we will happy to connect with you and start talking about your ideas, give you options so you can start, making your ideas from an idea into an actual business. Yes, these services that we offer, thanks to the funding that we receive by the City of Chicago, by Cook County, and the state of Illinois, our services are at no charge. So we're business advisors, and we are here to give you resources and guidance in regards to your business. Of course, I'm going to share my email at the end of the presentation, okay? Thank you. Once again, make sure you put your questions because we're going to be reading your questions at the end of the presentation, okay? Okay, so let's go back here. So, what are the things the costs that sometimes we are taking for granted? Having the cost for your business is not, oh, I know how to make cupcakes, so I need the flour, the eggs, the oven, and my hands, and my knowledge, and my flavors, and that's it. No. When you start a business, there's a lot of things that you need to put in consideration that we take for granted. If you are using office space, if you are using electricity, you are paying for gas, you are paying for gasoline, you are paying for equipment, uniforms, etc., marketing. So office space, for example, equipment and supplies, communications, utilities, license and permits, insurance, lawyer, accountant, inventory. Salaries, including yourself. This is important. Soon I'm going to be providing a training in business financials, the basics. So you will be able to join it for free. And we talk about this, like all the expenses that you have in your business, how you can separate them. And at the end, make your own profit and loss statements. So you can see you're making money or not. But I'll keep you posted, okay? So make sure you stay connected with us. Make sure you reach out in your social media so you know about these classes. And those are free and virtual, so you can join them from wherever you are. Okay, so it's important that you take in consideration these expenses. Once again, we take it for granted. So it's important that you as a business owner understand that you have to pay yourself. It's a key, because that way, if you, when I had my business, I had a restaurant. I told you that my parents had their business. So they say, Erica, we open 2 locations. I'm not able to handle 2 locations. You are in charge of one. I said, sure, no problem. I grew up with my parents. I knew how they do the business. But looking at them doesn't mean that I was the expert. So I learned everything from zero. I was crying so many days because for me it was so difficult to manage my financials, because I was good at taking care of the customers. I was good at cooking. I was good at, you know, going buying supplies, having my business always full. But if you don't know how to manage your financials, that is going to affect you a lot, because you're not going to be able to see your profit. You're not going to be able to see where your money is going. You don't have control over that. So it's super, super important that you learn how to manage your financials. So make sure that you get a bookkeeper, make sure that you understand where your money is going and that you have control over this. Create budgets, right? So that way you know how much money you're going to be investing in your business. Make sure that you understand how much is going to cost you to make one product or service that you will be offering, because that is going to help you determine your profit. And I know it's another section of the business. Sorry, I cannot teach you that here because we don't have time. It would take me like another 4 hours. But once again, it's important that you pay attention to that. And hopefully, I'm going to be teaching this class probably in April after spring break. And you will be able to join us and learn about this. If not, I'll do it in the summer. But yeah, I'll teach you that. And that's another really cool class that I want you to join us. It's a training program, 4 classes, 2 hours, once a week, and it's in English and Spanish. So I'll keep you posted. I promise. Okay, so once again, going back to this. So inventory. It's important to keep track of the inventory. Employee salaries. Once again, it's very important that you assign yourself a salary. You can put even yourself $100 a day. You can put a salary when you pay yourself per day. So that way you're not saying, oh, I have to pay myself $25 an hour, $30 an hour. But if you pay $100 a day, you will be even pushing yourself to make sure that you have your salary, to make sure that you are able to cover all the expenses that you have. So that's why I say it's important to have this kind of information, list all the expenses that you have in your business. And another parenthesis, in the classes, I give you free tools so you are able to do it this way in a simple way for free. Okay, so marketing, those are expenses that you might, once again, using Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and all of these, thank God they're free. Unless you want to pay ads, unless you want to pay somebody else, etc., to do these ads for you. But if you will learn how to do it yourself, you will be able to do it for a no charge, right? What else? Printing marketing materials, of course. Nowadays, not many people's using or reading materials, printing materials. That's why everybody's using the QR codes. They are using Canva. They use many programs so they can do everything digital. Once again, now our best tool for all individuals is our cell phones and Google. I don't know why we always use Google. I think it's the only tool that at the beginning I thought it was the only tool that existed, but no, there are so many. But it's the most popular. So once again, uh, take advantage of all the free resources that are available for you. Classes about marketing, make sure you take them. They're super, super good. Okay, so I can also share this example, a startup cost that can help you to start paying attention to some things. Once again, it's just an example, right? You and your own business, you know what are the kind of expenses that you have. But once again, this template will help you get ideas and see all the things that once again you take for granted. Okay, funding requests. Many of us obviously we want to start a business because we don't have money, right? That's usually what happens. Or you have a little money, you want to make sure that you maximize it as much as possible. So it's important that you understand there are some lenders that they can give you money for startups. Not much, not 100,000 is what you're looking for, but they can give you at least something that can help you start. Always think about your business. Obviously, the ideal is I want to start a restaurant. I want this to be $100,000 investment. Obviously, that would be amazing. If you have it, go for it. But if not, always start small. Always think about small because when you start small, you risk less, right? And the start that helps you to start, trying out the market by just starting small. It's okay to start small. You don't have to start by opening up the restaurant. Maybe you can start, for example, in a shared kitchen. Maybe you can start doing catering. For example, you want to do a restaurant and you want to start selling food. Maybe you can do catering. Maybe you can use a shared kitchen. That will reduce your expenses. Always think about the way that you can do your business with the less money possible. However, still you will need funding. So there are many ways that you can start your business. But once again, it's important that you understand how much money do you need and how you will use it. In the business plan, if you write it down, it's going to be easy for you to follow that idea, to follow that what you have in mind, right? Because if you say, oh, I'm going to request $10,000 and I'm going to buy it just for one machine. Okay, what about the rest, right? What about the rest of the things that you need? You will be in debt. You will be with no money, and then you will have a machine that you are not able to use because you need more equipment. So maybe maybe at the beginning, instead of something new, maybe you can use something secondhand. Obviously, that is in good conditions. Okay, make sure that you have an expert look at this equipment. But once again, always open your possibilities so you can use less funding, so you are risking less debt. Okay, for your business. Once again, it's an opinion. It doesn't mean that you have to do it this way. Okay. Uh, if you are requesting funding from investors, what will be the exit strategy for them? Like, what is the gain if they give you the $10,000? Or you have two or three investors that they give you $10,000 each? What they're getting in return? Think about that. Are you giving a portion of the profits? Are you going to give them a percentage back? Um, are you want to keep them for how long? Be specific, okay, about this. Clearly explain how much funding you need within the next 5 years. That's an option, but how much do you need and what are your goals? That's why here in funding is important your vision. Because if you say, I want a luxury restaurant, but I don't have any money. Okay, let's start by doing some catering. Let's start by doing some leasing a share kitchen. That is going to help you start tasting the market to see if it's something that you really want to do it without getting into debt of a big location. Because once you start setting a location, remember you're going to start paying rent. You are going to start paying the deposit. You are going to start, with the expenses. But if you start small, you are risking less money. Okay. In your business plan, it's important that you give detailed description on how you will use your funds. Once again, this is a moment for you to reflect. Reflect about how you're going to be using this money for your business, right? And that is going to help you. Okay, if I want to buy this is going to cost me this much. But if I use this, that is going to be cheaper and I can do this instead, right? So once again, always think about the ideas that you have in mind and put it together and see what would be the best option for you. Specify if you need the funds to buy equipment, materials, pay salaries, cover specific bills, etc. So that's why it's always the money, the money. Please take care of the money in the business because that's the key. That's the key. I don't want you to be in debt. I don't want you to be like crushing your fingers and thinking like praying, God, please help me with this, because I want you to be prepared for this before you start going to that moment. I don't want you to get into that moment. So start making sure that you're planning your money and manage your money the best way possible. Always include a description of your future strategy financial plans, like paying off debt, selling your business, hopefully not, or unless obviously something that you want to do it. Okay, now financial projections. Supplement your funding request with financial projection. It's important that you see how much money you will need and how you're going to be using that money, right? Like for example, you say, well, my projection is that I'm going to open a second location in 2 years. So in order for me to open a second location in 2 years, it means that I'm going to need, for example, $100,000. Okay, how can I get together $100,000 for my second location, right? Is a vision, is a projection that you have. The goal is that you convince the reader about the business is stable, the business is something that is going to be profitable, right? That you are going to be, that is worth it for this investor to put their money into this business, right? Uh, you have collateral, you could put against the loan, etc. But this is something that you can look into financials. Okay, appendix. If you have any additional, for example, certifications, degrees, etc., you can put it together there. So that way, if you are going to a lender, they can see that, accreditate your story, right? Like, for example, you say, oh, and I am a ITC and I have my degree in this area. Oh, okay. You have, you will be able to solve problems because you have the degree that back you up, etc. Or you are a chef, you got a certification as a chef, or you are a nail technician and you have your certificate. That's important if you are looking for loans. Okay, your credit history. I'm gonna make a little a quick step in here. The credit is important for your business, and your personal credit is connected to your business credit. So that's the way it works. So when you start with the business, they will use your personal credit to run the credit for your business. So it's important that you take care of your business credit, your personal credit. So make sure you start paying, making a plan for your credit cards. Make sure that that you reduce your debt as much as you can. Don't get into more loans. You don't need to. Don't sign for more credit cards. You don't need to. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you ideas, right? So that way, take care of your credit. So when you need the credit for your business, you will have the credit available. That's what I'm saying. Okay, there are a lot of resources for your business, right? The Small Development Center, once again, like 36 Square Business Incubator. Like you want to sell international, Illinois International Trade Centers. These are amazing centers. Like for example, you want to export products from United States. They help you with the transfer of taxes, everything related to when you sell, when you are exporting to other countries, they will help you with that. They are super good experts in that. And if you need support finding one, let me know, and I can happy connect you with one of our partner organizations. I'm so sorry. Illinois Procurement Technical Assistant, formerly known as PTAC, now they're called Apex Accelerator. These are part of the nonprofit organizations, and this is government funding. And this Apex Accelerator, they can help you find government contracts. But obviously you have to go through a process and they can help you with that. Once again, if you need support with that, I can happy connect you with one of them. So they can help you get the certifications that you need, like if you are a minority certifications, or if you have a disabilities, they can help you get a certification as a disabled entrepreneur. They can get you here a certification as a women business owner. I didn't understand that before, but it's not saying, oh, I'm a woman, now I need my certification. No, you have to go through a process so they can help you with this to have access to this kind of governmental contracting that are for women. So make sure you connect with one of them. And once again, I can help you connect with my partner organizations or partner organizations so you can have access to governmental contracting. Once again, Chicago Neighborhood Business Development Centers. You can go to the NBDC or City of Chicago website, business areas, and you can have a list of sorry, of all of the partner organizations. So you can see and find the one that is close to your business or close to your home, so you can connect with them. Regional business centers. These are the centers that can help you with your business license. Soon the city of Chicago can announce who's going to be the closest center that is to you, so they can help you with your business license. City of Chicago, City Hall, oh, they're amazing. They are super nice, and they can help you with any questions related to your business license. Like, for example, you want to open a bar or you need a liquor license, they can help you with that. And they are super nice, they are super cool. They don't have many people in their offices. So if you go in the morning, oh, they're super friendly. And remember, they want to help you open the business. They want to support you open the business. So if you reach out to them directly, they are very, very nice. So I encourage you to check out to talk to them and have an appointment to see about your business, your business license. The City of Chicago Leading Program. That is a rotation for manufacturing industries. So they're in Chicago. We want to make sure that the industries stay in Chicago, that they don't go anywhere else. And trust me, even though they say, oh, Texas is super cheap or going to other states are super cheap, sometimes it's not true. Sometimes it's not they're not as friendly as we are here in Chicago. Oh, they don't have the same resources. They might be cheaper in a certain way, but sometimes some states, they don't have the same resources that you have here. I mean, I'm not saying that don't go, but yeah, don't go. Stay here in Chicago. You don't have to go anywhere. Chicago is a beautiful and amazing city, so you don't have to go anywhere else. So, but yes, we have the resources here. We have our state SBA, Small Business Administration in Illinois, and also their offices are here in Chicago, in downtown. There is an organization called SCORE. They have professionals, retired CEOs, and experts in different areas that also can be your coach for free or a no charge or a minimum charge in case they charge, but I believe they don't charge. And they can be your coach also, professional coaches that they can help you to grow your business and give you a different perspective about your businesses. And also the Chicago Public Library, they have a lot of free resources for individuals who want to start a business. Like, for example, they can help you with computer classes. They can help you with, sometimes they offer also marketing classes, uh, how to use Google, how to use Microsoft. Once again, we assume that we know, but once you get into, start diving into the problems, it's like, oh, forget it. I need an expert in this area. Okay, and these are helpful links, right? Illinois SOS is if you want to start your LLC or corporation, you can go to this website, SBA.gov. They have a lot of free resources, templates. They have it in English and Spanish. I don't remember if they have in additional languages, but just go in there. They can use also. I believe they have the Google Ads, where not the Google Ads, the Google Translator, I believe, and they translate this into different language. I don't remember well. IRS.gov is important. Remember, you don't mess with the IRS. Once you have your business and once you have your IN number, it's important that you have a bookkeeper and an accountant. It's important that you always pay your taxes so that way at the end of the year, you don't have the burden of paying everything at once. An accountant is super important. It's a key person, a key partner that you need in your business, an accountant and a bookkeeper, because that is going to help you save time, save headaches. And once again, remember, IRS, you don't mess up with the IRS. Al Capone, Al Capone, yes, was caught because of the IRS for the taxes. So, so make sure that you don't mess up with the IRS. So make sure you have a bookkeeper for your business. My Tax Illinois. So the IRS will help you with the, register for the federal taxes and make sure that also you register with the Illinois tax, right? To pay your taxes, the state taxes. USPTO.gov, you want to trademark your business, your product, etc. SAM.gov, that will help you to start getting, like, for example, you apply for a grant with the state of Illinois, they will ask you to register with SAM.gov. It's like a federal registration where you can register your business for free and no charge. And, they can, like, you get a grant or you get funding They might ask you to make sure that you are signed up in there. Uh, BICP, this is the website for the City of Chicago website business. And there is a DUNS number, but we can help you with that. We can just have one-on-one if you're talking about DUNS, which is now a unique entity identifier that they might ask you. You are doing government contracting, etc. A small business administration, they can help you. These are the resources that we use for this presentation, right? How to use, write your business plan, Invisopedia, Smart Sheets, how to write business plan, etc. So we use resources. It's not something that just make up. I have these resources for you. Okay, so thank you so much for being again with us this cold day. I appreciate that you stayed the whole presentation. I hope I didn't bore you. I didn't make you sleep. Please visit us at www.36business.org. You can see the resources that we have there, our team, etc., past events, etc., that is happening. And here's our email. My email is Erika at 36business.org. We have Naomi at 36business.org, Andrew G. Fogarty at 36business.org. Once again, please follow us in social media so you know about any programs, any activities that are happening in the organization so you can stay connected with us. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Any questions? Yes, once again, remember, this is going to be recorded and it's going to be in the YouTube link for the BICP, right? Please follow up with me. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the presentation. Thank you so much. Please send me an email. It's easier through email that you reach out to me because that way I can, if I'm in a meeting, I won't be able to answer you or calling me or texting me. But if you send me an email, it will be easier for me to reach out to you. Remember, we can help you with one-on-one coaching. We can help you with you want to establish your website. Something simple because we're not the IT professionals that you can do in different way, but we can guide you and so you can establish your own website. Social media, we can give you some guidance too. You want to establish your business. Once again, we will send you to your accountant or to your lawyer because they're the experts in each field, right? We can give you the general information, but at the end, we don't want to be the ones telling you what to do. We just give you guidance and resources and you make your decision about whatever you want to do with your business, okay? Okay, anybody have any questions? Thank you everyone. Please stay warm. Enjoy this day. Stay at home. Make something like nice and hot so you can enjoy this day. Take it like a family day. So any questions, please feel free to send me an email if you have questions or you want me to talk to you and get, revise your business plan or start talking about the ideas for your business plan, etc. Okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Life plan? No, I don't have access to life plan. Go
Erica, do
ahead.
you see the questions in the Q&A box?
Let me see. Uh, can you help me read them? Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay. I am able to fund my own business account in order to pay for my business needs. Okay. Typically, to start a business, you will need some funding, even if it's $100, right? Usually, if you want to establish your corporation, you want to do it yourself, for the state of Illinois, it will cost you $150, $175, depending on what kind of corporation you want. So that will be like an initial cost. But in order for you to open a business account, a checking account, you need to have your corporation, your IN number, and with those two elements, you will be able to open a business checking account. So, for example, you have, let's say, $500, and you want to open that. If you pay for your corporation, for example, you pay, oh, I pay $150 from, and then you deposit these $500 into the checking account. You can reimburse yourself once you start making business, and you can say, I'm repaying back for the investment that I made in my business. Okay, that's why I encourage you to start talking with a bookkeeper or accountant, because you will be able to reimburse yourself for the business expenses that you have. Okay, that's important. That's why it's important that you keep a good conversation with an accountant, because they can tell you, okay, from the investment that I'm doing, and I'm using my savings, I'm using my money. How can I do this and get my money back? Okay, yeah, there is techniques, there is some ways for you to get your money back for the business itself. And you wanna have a conversation about that, let me know. We can talk about this. Where can we find the template? I'll send it to you. I'll send the email to you right after this presentation. We have a list of the emails. I'll send my email. You want to connect with me, just reply back or send me an email, okay? Once again, this presentation is being recorded, and you will be able to find it in the BICP YouTube channel. Can you share the information again? The entrepreneurs who have disabilities, I need support. Okay, I'll send you the email. Is 36 Incubator mostly by walk-ins or appointments? We're mostly by appointments, because we serve also at the state level, and we understand that it's not easy, right? Like, for example, imagine if we have an in-person meeting today with this super cold, you will be like, no, Erika, I'm not going. But now that with technology, we're able to meet virtually. And trust me, nowadays, having virtual meetings help you and save a lot of time, because that way you don't have to, get out of your work or you're at home and drive all the way to the office. Obviously, you want in-person meetings. Yes, we're happy to have in-person meetings, but always encourage virtual meetings because it will help you save time. But you want to meet in person, we're happy to meet in person with you, okay? Uh, what else? Please show the last side again, of course. Give me 1 second. Should I fix my personal credit before starting a business? I encourage you to start working on it. Not necessarily you have to start once you fix your credit, but I encourage you to start working on your credit. Uh, Sometimes you don't have to pay anybody to help you fix your credit. You can call directly the credit companies. Remember, there are three important credit bureaus. You can call them, say, "Hey, give me a list or give me a letter where all the things that you have in my record." And you can get back to them and tell them, this is not mine, or this is mine, or I canceled this already, etc. So they fix it for you, and you don't have to pay anybody for that. Make sure that you have talk to the credit, you have debt in the credit card companies, uh, talk to them. They might be able to help you to create like a program per se that way, and help you, come up so you can cancel your credit cards and close those credit cards and be out of the uh, the problems that you might have. Should I fix my personal credit? Yes, I encourage you to do so. But you can start your business, okay? You don't have to wait until you don't have to wait until you fix your credit in order to you for you to start your business, okay? Where do we register and reach out? Also, I started my business in Virginia, but I have now expanded my market to Chicago. Yeah, welcome to Chicago. I want to have my beauty and production studio in Chicago. Would I have to do anything registering here to get access to funding, help, etc.? Please make sure, AJ Rose, please make sure that you send me an email. So that way I can, sit with you and start telling you what are the process, especially you are expanding from city to city, and tell you about the resources and learning more about your business. Like, are you doing this online? Are you doing, do you have a physical location, etc.? Caroline Vasquez, are there new brand listings on the website? The deadlines are 2025. Will you have updates? So yes, we're working on trying to update the grants. Thank you for letting me know, Caroline. We make sure that we are updating these grants constantly, but sometimes we're so busy. But yes, And then grants usually start taking out like I'll make sure that we update our website. Thank you, Caroline. My last business was involuntary dissolve. Will be able to start another LLC. Okay, Marcus, thank you for this question. This is a great question. If you had your LLC before and now you are like, I want you to think about this. Did you have already, were you already doing business in this LLC? You have already clients, people buying from you, they know you by this LLC, or if you didn't have so many clients, you can make two options, right? If you really already have everything with this LLC, bank account, clients, etc., it's worth it for you to reactivate it. You might have to pay a fee, and I don't know how long it has happened, but they will ask you, like for example, if it happened 2 years ago, for example, they will ask you to pay for the filing for the last 2 years, and they will charge you a reactivation fee, but you will be able to use your LLC. However, you think, you know what, Erica, I didn't like much the name of the LLC, but and I didn't have my checking account. Just let it dissolve and create a new one. Everything depends on how was your business. Okay, Marcos? Once again, reach out to me and we can have a conversation about this so I can help you, give you the options and you can make the decision based on that. Okay. Any other questions that you might have or any other comments? What is your question, Lueva? Let me see. I don't see your question, Lueva. Can you put it again, please? We have 2 more minutes. I see. I see it now, Lueva. Does no profits fall under the same concept? Yes and no. Because at the end, for a nonprofit, it's good that you create a business plan. But remember, the funding for nonprofits are different. The way you see the profits are different. So, um, send me an email. And I think it will be a good idea that you talk to my colleague Andrew Fogarty, and he can give you better guidance about the nonprofits. But yeah, on regards to the business plans, yes, you can do your business plan. And once again, think about all the things that you need for the business, for the nonprofit. But on regards of funding and all of that is a little different. Okay, please send me an email, and I'll connect you with Andrew. Okay, I guess we are done for today. Thank you so much again, everyone. I appreciate. Thank you for staying the whole time. Thank you for your engagement that we have in this presentation. I hope you like it. I hope you learn a lot. And you need any resources, once again, reach out to us, visit our website, www.36business.org. Send me an email, Erika at 36business.org. Please be patient. If you think that I'm taking longer than 2 days, please send me an email again. Say, Erika, reply to me. And I'll make sure that I reply to you, okay? Thank you again. Thank you, the beautiful team from BICP. You're amazing. Thank you for doing these webinars. And please stay warm. Make some hot cocoa. It's always welcome in this cold weather. And if you have any questions, once again, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you so much. Stay warm. And I hope I see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Erica. If you are a part of the BACP Entrepreneur Certificate Program, your account will automatically show your attendance for today within 24 hours. To learn more about our upcoming webinars, please visit our website at chicago.gov/BACP webinars. Thanks again to Erica and for all of you for joining us on this Code Day. Stay warm and have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye, everyone.